grade 7, license plate DD42798. Please move your vehicle.
buses are older than
These rules provide a fair, competitive, and willing to play. Good luck to both teams tonight. Today's show is being presented by Hot Springs High School, 3-0 OPC. Ladies and gentlemen, free rides for winter hats. Bell American, those who support us with their home, they are playing for our SOM. Followed by Public Legal and a moment inside. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now for your moment of silence. Thank you. Thank you.
single day, which is a huge blessing. But you get to see Coach Burnett interact with his players in the halls of the high school, helping those guys maintain his expectations and also modeling those expectations for others around them. Now, one adjustment that I don't think I caught during the coaches show, but I know that was mentioned earlier, Coach has actually replaced the center for tonight. I don't know who yet, though, so it's going to remain a mystery as to who that center replacement will be, and if that's going to be a permanent change or maybe if it's a little bit of a reality check for who was in earlier. But I'm excited to see how that develops. And, I think that the offensive line does a great job of giving Sean enough protection and creating a pocket around him. Weston, I really kind of hope that he settles down tonight and finds his groove again. Like we saw him in his growing confidence in week 1. He started throwing the ball a lot more, and he started delivering it with more accuracy as the night went on. And he also was willing to, read the field and check it down to go, I need to tuck this and run. And nearly every time Sean kept that ball, he went and he gained 3 or 4 yards out of it.
Agreed. Completely agree with you.
He did a fantastic job. So we've got a few more. The Airedales, rather, are going to warm up here a little bit more, but then we'll get started. So here we go. We'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you for listening to ESPN Arkansas 96.3. Guys, on y'all's end, we still have a bad echo when we're live, so I'm hearing myself about a second after, and I don't know if there's anything that I can shut off on here, but it's so distracting that I can barely think as I'm talking.
I wonder if you're...
Yeah, like I hear myself exactly what I say about a half a second to a second after.
I wonder if you're just too loud.
Might be.
In your ear.
Maybe I'm picking up over there. Is Karen's wireless on?
See what it's like when you come back. Okay. You should be number 2. I just turned your return down a little bit, so it might be better. What's up? Okay, I wasn't hearing an echo from you at all.
Back to it here. We still have about half an hour until kickoff, but the Airedales are coming onto the field looking to be fully dressed out now, so that's a good sign. Maybe we might kick off a little earlier than 30 minutes. We'll see what happens. Nice. But the referees, the Zebras are out. They're in full uniform. The coaches are ready. We got a few kickers out there as well. Alma is, I'm going to say it, they travel well for this distance. That's over 2 hours. Easy.
Ooh,
so you're going... For folks who are local, you're probably going 270 east to get here. But maybe, no, if you're Alma and you're in those big old buses that they got, and everybody knows it's Alma buses, those old Greyhounds they've had, I feel like they're as old or older than I am. But hey, they're holding up. Anyway.
And they brought the cheerleaders, the whole band.
They brought... house, I would say, for sure. Still got about 10 minutes till kickoff here. A few more folks are trickling in. Alma is still arriving too. We have their Alma fans coming in, trickling in, trying to find a few or any parking spot at this point, because this is the place to be tonight, Weston. What were you saying earlier? You rolled in and you saw what?
Oh, the parking lot was packed, and I was here like an hour and a half. I mean, ended up now being an hour and a half, almost 2 hours early, but I got here about 6, I think, thinking that the parking lot would be empty, and I had to, go a few rows back to get a parking spot. So that is not common. So
not at all.
I think that everybody's pretty excited here for this game tonight.
They are, and I'm excited too. And I also had to park way far away from where I normally do. Usually I get here, 5:45, 6 o'clock. I can get right up on the gate so I can just stroll right in. Not this time. It was already packed at 5:45. So I was lucky to even find a spot on the top of the hill and not have to go way out there. Ooh, a little cool breeze coming in now, so that's starting to feel pretty good. And the Trojans and the Airedales are going to start making their way, and here come the Trojans into the tunnel to get ready for that. So we'll take one more break and hopefully bring this right back to a start here in a few minutes. We're looking forward to it. Got about 9 minutes until kickoff. So we want to thank you for listening to ESPN Arkansas 96.3.
He asked if that was better.
Oh, I can't even hear him now.
I barely heard him.
Oh, I can't. Yeah, geez, I can't hear you.
Oh, boy.
Try again. I can't hear anything.
Ty, can you talk again?
Hey, Ty. No, it's still there, man. Don't worry about it. I'm just going to deal with it. I mean, there's nothing else we can do, right?
It's got to be on our end, for sure.
But it's like right now, it's crystal clear. But when we come back in, I hear myself and then or Weston, whoever's talking, I hear them the whole second after, and then it picks up their speech.
It's because we're not actually on live air right now, So. It looks like we're actually going to get started quicker than. I think we might as well just bang the rest.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Just bang the rest. I'm going to try to pay attention to what's going on in the coin toss. If you just want to talk for a second, we don't have to do the rest.
Trojans now getting set. The captains are on the field. Welcome back to this Trojan pregame show. We are just moments away from kickoff here at Tommy Holt Field, where your Hot Springs Trojans are set on to take on the Alma Airedales. After a tough loss last week, this game feels like a defining moment for the Trojans. You're 1-1 right now. They want to get back on track. Weston, let's dig deep a little in here into what's going to be the key for Hot Springs tonight.
Absolutely, Dylan. Tonight is all about bouncing back and showing resilience. Last week's loss to Arkadelphia was a learning experience for these guys, and I think this team has used that as motivation throughout the week. The first critical focus point for the Trojans is ball security, as we've talked about. Turnovers were costly last week. Protecting the football has to be the top part of the night for Coach Burnett heading tonight. We need to see smart decisions from our quarterback, Sean Elliott, and disciplined running from guys like DJ Ellis to keep the chains moving all night long.
Great points, Weston. Great points. The offense has shown it can be explosive, but avoiding those self-inflicted mistakes will be crucial. Elliott has demonstrated his ability to extend plays, but tonight it's all about making the right reads and taking care of the football. We've seen him make some incredible throws on the run, and if he can play within himself and use his dual threat ability wisely, I think he can put pressure on this Alma defense.
You're exactly right. Speaking of pressure, another key tonight is maintaining a balanced attack. Establishing the run early with TJ Ellis is going to be huge. Ellis has that breakaway speed that can change the game, and by setting the tone on the ground, it opens up play action opportunities and gives Elliott the time he needs in the pocket. This offensive line has got to step up tonight, create those lanes, and protect their quarterback.
For sure, for sure. And let's not overlook the impact of our wide receivers. Senior Damon Hicks and the rest of the receiving corps need to step up and make plays when their number's called. Hicks' ability to stretch the field with his speed could be a game changer tonight, especially against an Alma secondary that showed some vulnerabilities last week against Silent Springs. Getting the ball into the hands of our playmakers in space will be key.
On the defensive side tonight, it's all about aggression and discipline. We've seen this Trojan defense make big plays when it counts, but consistency is the name of the game tonight. Monaco Contreras has been a standout with his ability to force turnovers. the defense will need that same level of intensity to disrupt Alma's rhythm. The Airedales are coming off a win, and their quarterback has shown he can move the ball efficiently. So keeping him under pressure all night is going to keeping him off balance is going to be vital.
Absolutely. The defense needs to play with controlled aggression, though. We've got to avoid costly penalties, but still make the big hits and force Alma into third down situations. One of the focus points tonight is going to get off the field on third down. Last week we struggled to close out drives, allowing Arkadelphia to convert critical third downs. If the Trojans can tighten up in those situations, they'll keep Alma's offense from gaining any momentum.
And like we just talked about, Dylan, another element to watch for tonight is special teams. Field position can be a hidden factor in games like these, and having strong kick coverages and solid returns will help set the Trojans up for success. Last week we saw some bright spots with punt returns that gave the offense good field position. Every yard counts tonight, especially in a game that can come down to the wire.
Couldn't agree more, Weston. It's going to take a total team effort tonight. The Trojans, they do have talent, the determination, and support of their home crowd to pull off a big win. They've got to play smart, aggressive, and stay locked in for this first whistle, from the first whistle to the last. Weston, any final thoughts on what this game means for the Trojans as we move deeper into the season?
Well, Dylan, tonight is more about getting just a win. It's about setting the tone for the rest of the season. This is a chance for the Trojans to prove they can bounce back from adversity and come together as a team. If they stick to the game plan, execute the fundamentals, and play with heart, I believe we'll be celebrating a Trojan victory tonight.
Well said, Weston. The stage is set, the players are ready, and the fans are fired up, Trojan Nation. Let's bring the energy tonight. Stay tuned as we bring you all the live play-by-play action from the field. It's Hot Springs Trojans versus the Alma Airedales right here at Tommy Holt Field. Thank you for listening to ESPN Arkansas 96.3.
I hear your echo now, but we'll just live with it.
Yeah, we'll live with it. It is what it is. Come on.
I wonder, does the echo show up on the air too? Like,
it's only at the air. Right now, I'm perfect.
I know, but like for people listening on the radio, does the echo show up?
Oh, we do? Okay.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, then we can deal with it.
Yep, we can deal with it. Hey, Ty, how many breaks should we actually look for in the first half since we've done this? Okay. All right, bud.
I think 2 quarters is doable for sure. Kill him.
Still a couple of minutes, but we are so pumped about tonight's matchup. Here come the Trojans on through the tunnel, or they're lining up on the tunnel rather, so I'm sure you'll hear the crowd chanting now. They're excited to get these Trojans on the field, and this game started. We have that American flag waving. Man, it feels good to be an American tonight here in Trojan Nation. Excited about this game. We have Sean Elliott warming up on the sideline right now with, I believe that's Ollie Miller, actually, who is our junior high quarterback, stepson of Coach Jeffrey Hedrick. So small world there, but exciting nonetheless. The Airedales are waiting on the field, but the Trojans haven't quite run through the helmet yet, so we're just waiting in anticipation as they crash through. And, you know, these kinds of things, logistic little hiccups happen, especially if you have a late start like this. But it should not be much of a delay any longer as the Trojans make their way onto the field. We got backflips and flags flying. This is awesome. It is good to be a Trojan right now as they make their way to the sideline in their black and gold. Tonight, of course, sporting the wonderful new gold helmet with the HS logo on the side. Fantastic look for the Trojans this year. I mean, you gotta notice that, right? There's something about when you have either new gear or you have a new scheme or a new look to your team or just fresh uniforms. I think that does something.
Nice.
It feels nice. So, Weston, is that something that gets talked about a lot in the locker rooms? Like, is everybody just really looking forward to that kind of thing?
Yeah, that boy swag surfing. Come on.
And finally, the Trojans are making their way to the field, so we'll see a kickoff here momentarily. looks like Trojans are going to defend the west end of the
like
field.
you said, Dylan, Hot Springs is going to get the ball tonight. Is what we wanted to see.
That is what we want to see.
First, we wanted to get on offense. If Sean lead a good offensive drive first, get some points up on the board to start this game. It looks like
back to receive, we got 19, Zane Contreras, brother of Monaco Contreras. We also have,
I think, number 5, Kyan Jamerson, if I saw correct.
I think that is correct, and we are getting ready to kick off here, and it's up, and it's a boot of a kick. Caught on the run by number 5, Kyan Jamerson, who's going to bring it up, and he streams up to about the 22 before he stopped. Trojans will take over at their own 22 for a first down, and this game is rolling, folks. We're excited to see what Elliott does with this offensive core tonight.
Looks like they're actually going to spot this ball short of the 20-yard line. Players went flying there at impact. I don't blame you. I saw the same thing you did.
I was sure it was a little ahead, but you know what? I'm going to be honest. It's getting late. My eyes might be a little worse than. It's been a long day, but that's okay because this football team is bringing the energy. You got Sean Elliott with in shotgun formation, single back to his right, 2 receivers out to the left. And there's the whistle to start this clock, and he's going to hand it off up the middle immediately for no gain on the play. Maybe a yard or so. It's probably going to bring up about 2nd and 9 for the Trojans. Who was that who got that handoff? I think that was Jamarcus Mourning, actually. No, Jamarcus Mourning actually just came on the field.
I can't tell.
It's hard to see from here, but nearly the same formation that we just saw. And, there's a flag.
Whoa.
I saw what happened there. So as we were lining up, Jamarcus saw his defender sprinting towards him, so he thought the ball had snapped and he took off.
Yeah, just a false start there.
Yeah, so we're going to get a false start out of that. Not what you want to see early, but that's okay.
DB playing mind games.
Yep. And like we said last week, folks, we got a little my handiwork here, Weston. We have a momentum meter. We'll get to that in a second. Pass caught by number 13, Anthony Lambert. Anthony Lambert, who won head, shoulders, knees, and cups in the pep rally today, by the way. Shout out to Anthony. Fun game if you've never played it. Anyway, we got Sean back now for 3rd and 4. Looking at the sideline to catch what the play call is. I think they might make an adjustment here. Elliott now, he's changing the play. His running back's going to move to his right side now. He gets set, and it's a high snap. He hands it off up the middle. Or no, he doesn't, and he's sacked. Sean, unfortunately, was not able to sell that handoff and was sacked immediately. So it's going to bring up 4th and 10 for the Trojans. So after this first drive, it looks like Hot Springs will not be able to capitalize.
And it actually looked like Robert Blevins in the backfield. Sorry, I've been quiet. It took me 3 plays to realize who our
punt was blocked, and number 70 almost makes it into the end zone for the Alma Airedales. So not a good start for the Trojans tonight as Alma takes over on the Trojan 2-yard line. And not what you want to see to start, Weston. Not what you want to see.
No, not at all. And that looked like an interior defensive lineman that came through unblocked there on the punt. Kind of inexcusable for that to happen. Obviously, just a missed or blown blocking assignment that, like you said, just can't happen.
Well, the defense is not in good position here. The Airedales are going to have 1st and goal from about the 2.
Yeah, about the 1-inch line.
Yeah, and they're going to come out in a T here. Heavy T.
Yeah,
capital T.
Holy, 3-back set.
And then they reset after the fact to a shotgun formation. And that quarterback's going to run it up the middle, try to make his way into the end zone. And he's unsuccessful. It looks like number 7, Landon Morris, is the quarterback tonight for the Airedales. Or maybe that was actually just a direct snap to Landon Morris, because he is marked a wide receiver.
Yes, I think that was just a direct snap. You call that a wildcat formation.
That's
what
right.
You call that. I know that from playing college football.
So the Airedales here with a tight formation, a shotgun again. And it looks like they're going to take another direct snap into the end zone for a touchdown by number 10, Michael Taylor, rather. So the Airedales on the board first and early. Hot Springs kind of shocked here at the moment, hoping to not repeat this throughout the night and not relive last Friday night. Point after attempt gets set up. Hot Springs just trying to shake them up a little bit here. And there's a whistle blown. We're going to call the play dead.
We were offsides. We jumped early.
Yeah, it looks like Hot Springs did jump a little early, so they're going to creep that ball up a little bit more and give Alma another opportunity to kick this through. Got about 9:41 to play in this first quarter, and Alma's going to have their second opportunity now to kick the point after. Got 21, Dabiel Rodriguez back to kick. And he does, kicks it through, and it is good. So after about 2 plays from the Airedales, Alma has 7, Hot Springs 0, 9:41 to left to play. But Hot Springs right back onto the field, ready to return this kick, and hopefully not repeat those same mistakes from that first drive, Weston.
Yeah, I mean, that 3 and out, obviously it's not what you want to see from the offense to, start a game, but it wouldn't have been the end of the world. It was the blocked punt that really, I mean, you can't have your defense come on the field and try to stop a drive at the 2-yard line.
I don't want to use the word demoralizing, but you kind of hope that is not what's setting in on the sideline.
You're telling the team to take a breath, no freak outs.
It's the beginning of the game, right?
Yeah. Take a breath. But the offense has got to show some life here.
Got to, and we need to see some better protection around the offensive line too, because I think that was.
And I'll tell you what else. We're going to have to pass the ball tonight. I was watching Alma's, defensive set on that first drive, and they're playing a heavy box, anticipating a lot of run.
Kyan Jamerson receives the ball about the 12-yard line, makes it past the 20. Athleticism helps him get about to the 26. And so already a better return for Hot Springs, starting this second drive of the night. So it looks like they're going to spot this one about the 27. So better field advantage here. Anything close to the 30, I consider a positive return for sure. So here comes Hot Springs. It looks like number 72, Cordalen Robinson, is snapping the ball tonight for the Trojans. Sean with 2 wideouts to his right. We're lined up on the close hash to us. And Hot Springs immediately throws it out to number 14, who breaks 1 tackle and makes it out to the 40-yard line for about a 13 or 14-yard gain. Who was that? That was...
Looked like 14 for 14, Jamarcus Morning.
That's right, Jamarcus Morning, who's making some waves this evening already with a first down for Hot Springs. That was just a quick pass out to the right side of the line of scrimmage. Help me out with the, what do you call that?
Yeah, that was just a wide receiver screen to the outside guy. The slot guy went running out to block the corner who was pressed on him, and he made a 1 guy miss and was off to the races.
That's all you need. I'll take that every time, Weston.
Oh, yeah.
Line up on the far hash now, Sean, with a single back to his left, who he's going to fake a handoff to, and he connects with 13, Anthony Lambert.
What I was talking about pregame, a few easy, quick completions early on to get the confidence going early.
Looks like the Trojans are going to try to move with some speed here, and unfortunately, it looks like he just got a little bit of a stinger there. Anthony Lambert got popped on the shoulder, but he's making good time back to the sideline, so that encourages me and makes me think that he might be able to be on the field again a little bit later this evening. Sean now back in the shotgun again, looking for a wide receiver. Throws it to number 11. He's at the 5. Touchdown, Trojans! Touchdown, Trojans. Number 8, Calvin Floyd. No,
number 11. That's your guy.
That's right. Damon Hicks with just a massive touchdown. I mean, that's what you want to see every time, Weston. Break that down for us.
I mean, that's 4 completions in a row for Sean there. That was a beautiful go ball. That was just an outside. Corner was pressed up, a little outside release from Damon there. He won. had him beat by a few steps, and I mean, Sean could not have placed that ball any better.
Tolentino with a kick, and it's good. So this one's all tied up less than a minute, actually about 70 seconds later. All tied up with the Trojans now feeling that confidence, and my momentum meter is moving closer to the hot spring side. Folks will make sure we get a picture of this excellent artwork later. Maybe I might have to revitalize my X account or whatever the children are on these days. But anyway, Trojans are excited, and we are too, to see. Oh, and a big shout out to graduate and OBU football player down there on the field right now, Kendall Williams, who has returned to support on the sideline. Just a fantastic young man. If anybody remembers from last season and seasons prior, Kendall Williams is a name you heard a lot on the defensive side of the ball. A great young man, and a really just, he exudes what it means to be a Trojan. I'll say that. Just a fantastic young guy. Really proud of Kendall and all he's doing with his young life. The Trojans now back to kick off. Kickoff for the Trojans tonight. It's up. Kick return is going to be brought out. Oh, he falls. So that was actually number 1, Cash Ferris, on the kickoff return, and he slips upon catching the ball. So this is going to actually be really advantageous for the Trojans, who will start to defend at about the Alma 11, I'm going to say. So Alma in a completely different situation here, Weston.
Completely different. This is big for our defense, too. They got to take a breath. Now they have the momentum on their side. They can, take a breather. They have the whole field to work with. Alma coming out in a 2-back set.
Sends one in motion to him, and we got flags. Probably going to be an illegal motion.
I mean, I think every referee on the field threw a flag.
I saw, yeah, everybody. Nobody liked that one. But except the Trojan fans, because that ball is going to move even closer to that goal line. And if the Trojans could get a big stop here, a tackle for a loss, it could really swing this momentum in the way of Troy tonight. So first and long now. Airedales sending that receiver back in motion for a tight bunch, and handoff to the right is going to be immediately stopped. Gain of about 1. That was number 14 for the Airedales, Samuel Schlegel. I hope I said that right, Schlegel. So it is second and about 12 or 13, I would say, for the Airedales. About 8 minutes to play. The clock is rolling in this first quarter. A high snap, play action pass to the left side, and a big breakaway run for a moment before it stopped around the 31-yard line for Alma. I was sure I saw a block in the back there, but I don't think anybody else caught it. That's why I'm up here. So Alma will have a fresh set of downs to work with on the 31. Hot Springs, I think, needs to show a little more of that, what we called earlier, controlled aggression on defense. Hit him in the mouth. Remind him who you are. And so a handoff here is good for about a half a yard. Maybe 1 or more. So it's going to be second and about 6 or 7 for the Airedales. You know, Weston, a lot of movement in formations pre-play makes me nervous, and that was something in high school that I watched coaches try and then abandon because the confusion of it sometimes is too much.
Oh, yeah.
Oh! And the quarterback is able to break away, and he's going to keep going to the 10, to the 5, and he's finally tackled near the end zone. And it looks like they are going to call a touchdown here. So Alma should have been stopped in the backfield on that one, able to break away for a massive, about 65-yard run. What did you see there?
I couldn't believe who. I don't know who it was, but we had him wrapped up in the backfield, but it was an arm tackle, and he slipped through the tackle, and he was just off to the races.
It didn't make a lot of sense because I saw about 20 other guys in front of him.
I know.
He somehow made it through, so the point after attempt was good. It might be just a gunslinger fest tonight, folks. We'll see. With Alma now on top, 14-7, with about 7 minutes and some change to play in this first quarter. So before this kickoff, we'll take a break, come right back to the action. We want to thank you for listening to ESPN Arkansas 96.3. What happened there?
That was weird, dude. But I thought for sure we'd tackle him over there on the side.
Yeah, I was like, it's going to miss one.
He was just gone. Ball about the 30. 28.
Hot Springs receives the kickoff and will take over about the 27-yard line on the close hash to us, moving east on the field. Before our referees get us set here, Elia back in his shotgun. He's got two wideouts to his left and number 3 Robert Blevins beside him. Kind of wonder if you'll see maybe a play action and maybe another go route here, really.
Yeah, I mean, you can see here, we're on the short side of the field, but they're pressing Demond Hicks again. Now, granted, you have 2 safeties over top. If they're in man, it's probably some too high, man coverage. If it's zone, probably some kind of cover 3 look where, that corner is going to bail out of there as fast as he can and play a deep zone. But regardless, I would not mind seeing a run here to set up some play action.
Yeah, let's see how the Trojans respond. The pass to the right, complete. Good for about 5.
I'm loving these quick passes.
Jamarcus Morning's got some hands today, doing a really great job holding on to that football, especially after the hit.
Yeah. Snap the ball, get your 2-3 step drop in, and then get the ball out fast.
If I'm Hicks, I'm going to split this seam right here and take it to the house. I'm really hoping to see another long pass to Hicks. He's a buddy of mine. Fun guy to talk to in halls. Always a great attitude, always smiling.
You can see this safety's cheating over to his side to offer this corner some help.
Absolutely. And a handoff to the left is going to end up with a tackle for a loss. Robert Blevins unable to get away from Landon Morris, causing disruptions in the Trojan backfield. So it's going to be 3rd and about 4 for the Trojans. Trojans lined up tight on this close hash again. Looks like the referees are.
It's like
Is it an official's timeout?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he's got. Oh, the play clock has died. We actually had this issue last night when I was running PA. The play clock died and then would just come back on maybe once in a while. So when it feels right, we'll have another play clock, I'm sure. Until then, the referees will keep it time on the sideline. So again, the Trojans have about 3rd and 4 with Elia back. Hoping to, I'm going to say probably another quick pass here, maybe a wide receiver screen. Still a little bit of confusion about if we're going to roll this thing or not. Got about 6 minutes to go in this first quarter. What in the world is going on now? We want to play football, guys. Come on. Everybody's waiting on the white hat.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, everybody's looking at him still like, come on, man, please. Let's play football. Elia back, receives the snap, rolls out to his right, sends one.
Oh, the go ball was there.
And yeah, he had a wide open receiver and just unable to make a connection there. Incomplete pass is going to bring up 4th down for the Trojans. You're so deep in enemy territory or in your own territory, I don't think this is a situation where you go for it.
No, I think the right call here is to punt, but you're calling max protect here. You cannot have another punt blocked.
No, you cannot. We'll see how the Trojans respond here, especially after that last block punt. You don't want another one of those situations. And I'm seeing number 7, Landon Morris, creep up because he wants to get in that back. It was blocked again, but this time got some positive yardage out of it. So it looks like the Airedales will take over about the 44-yard line, their own 44-yard line, I should say. So you're really hoping for execution here because the Trojans are having a hard time so far containing. I mean, you had a missed tackle, and then what we saw, Weston, as just a massive orb of people that should have made the tackle. Seemingly nobody knew where the ball was, and that's what lent Samuel Schlegel the legs that he needed to get out there and get that score.
And we need to stop here from the defense.
Gotta have
missed opportunity there on 3rd down. There was definitely a blown coverage there. We had a free touchdown if Sean was able to see that go around in the back end of the field, but defense here needs to pick us up.
Number 10, Michael Taylor in the backfield. He's going to send a pass out to his left, and Hot Springs going to try to grab onto it after they make the stop after about 5 yards. Pass was complete to Cash Ferris. This brings up 2nd and about 4 or 3 for the Airedales. Airedales now waiting on their sideline for a little bit of direction. And they've kept it tight so far, so we'll see if they try to air it out here. We got a little bit of motion. And high snap, they're going to try to find the ball, and they do. And one broken tackle is still going to make this a 1st down for the Airedales. There's opportunities, man. Tell us a little bit about what we just saw.
We're just not wrapping up. I know you hear coaches all the time. It's kind of cliche, wrap up, finish and play, but we're just kind of not finishing the play.
You're absolutely right. You got to finish the play, especially if the offense is going to make their own mistake. And it looks like we're going to have offsides on the defense here, so this is going to give the Airedales a 1st down. With about 5:02 to play in this 1st quarter, it felt like these last couple of minutes have just crept by in this 1st quarter, whereas the first few before that flew by. So the Airedales now with a fresh set of downs on the 42-yard line into enemy territory. Number 10, Michael Taylor back. Sends number 3 in motion, and there's a flag play. I believe this will go against the Airedales. Probably illegal, either illegal formation or illegal motion. Weston, what do you think it is? Or they say false start?
Yeah, one of the above.
It's something that will be beneficial.
False start
to the Trojans.
White hat signals.
So that will create a 1st and long scenario for the Airedales. And folks, we did have to look up what Airedales were before the start of the night, and if you didn't know, it's a dog. It is a dog.
Not a big dog either, might I add.
Oh, really?
It's a little dog. Kind of looks like a Yorkie, if you know what a Yorkie is.
Yeah. Handoff up the middle.
Like a Yorkie and a Schnauzer mix, kind of.
Stopped after about 2. Yeah, not my favorite. I'm pretty much like a lab guy. Maybe a shepherd. And it's going to be 2nd and about 12 for the Airedales. They have been really trusting some tight passes, a lot of handoffs, and there's a dropped one there. Hot Springs had a chance to jump on it, but it was quickly covered. And the Airedales now making a few mistakes of their own.
We got to get off the field on 3rd down here.
And this is something that we mentioned in the pregame, Weston, and you're exactly right. We have to get off the field. So I kind of wondered, do you run maybe a cover 3?
Yeah, I don't think with all the misdirection that they've shown so far, I don't think you go to a man coverage here.
Yeah, for sure.
Some sort of zone. You don't want any kind of confusion.
we're waiting on this white hat to blow the whistle so we can get this started.
And I think you have somebody watching the quarterback. You kind of could call it a QB spy.
A QB spy scenario, yeah, for sure, because you don't want him breaking away, which he's already prone to doing.
Exactly.
And it looks like they got the big guy to the left of the quarterback, and so I'm gonna go ahead and guess that he's got a lot to do with this next play. It's funny because the way that it looks is both of these guys look like the size of a quarterback in the backfield, and maybe a little bit of interchangeability by the Airedales. So here we go. We got a 3rd and long scenario. 7 is in motion. We're going to stack up right behind the right tackle. And Airedales drop back, screen, and it's complete. And he's going to run it all the way into the end zone. Hot Springs not doing well on 3rd down scenarios. Just unfortunate to see Hot Springs Trojans down by a couple touchdowns early in this one, Weston. Not what you want to see.
Yeah, that was a good play call. I mean, obviously somebody was supposed to have eyes on the back that caught that ball. They didn't.
Just couldn't do it. So yeah, the screen just worked out perfectly there for the Airedales. They'll send this PAT up and through. And so after that, it's going to be about 21-7 with 4:04 to play in this first quarter for Hot Springs. So before we get this kickoff, we'll grab us another break. And we want to thank you for listening to ESPN Arkansas 96.3. Not again. Not again.
Let it go, let it go, let it go. Should be all over 25.
Damon Hicks lets this one roll into the end zone, so the Trojans will take over about the 20-yard line. I thought that rule changed, Weston. I guess we were wrong. So it looks like, yeah, the Trojans will take over at the 20-yard line. And Elia and Co. just looking for an answer right now. This is definitely not out of hand at all by any means, but I think points are starting to become necessary, absolutely, for the Trojans here. The Trojan defense now back on the sideline, getting their feel from coach. Sean passes out to his right. It's complete to number 14. Good for about 9 on the play. That was Jamarcus Mourning with the hands. And Mourning doing a good job of getting that ball in a screen scenario and then still churning out a few yards, Weston.
Yep. And I'm kind of with you. You said on the last drive that there's a flag on the field. And looks like it's going to be coming back.
Oh, 2 steps forward and 1 step back. Hot Springs will probably be dealing with a 1st and long scenario here. So I missed the penalty, but regardless, Hot Springs still not in good field position, working with about 1st and 15 right now. If I'm coach, I'm relying on that wide receiver screen because that seems to be working so far. Sean's got trips left. He's looking for a long ball. He's got nobody. He's going to send it out to number 11. Damon Hicks does make the catch about the 28-yard line. Be able to convert some positive yardage out of this one. Weston, you just got to keep that going.
Yep.
Right?
And I like how many times they're dropping back to pass. I mean, they're loading the box. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers. At some point, as I was trying to say earlier, I want to see a shot to Damon Hicks.
Elia and Blevins in the backfield now. Trips left on a tight hash. Sean doing a great job of being patient so far, especially as his protection collapses around him, and they don't even see him. He's all by himself to the 50, the 40, the 30. Sean is at the 20. Elliott is going to take this one all the way to the house. Touchdown, Trojans. 3:37 left to play in this first quarter, and the Trojans are right back in this ball game. Weston, what happened?
I mean, just a read option, just
nobody saw it
any better.
No, like no, there was no. It was like they completely fooled them. Completely fooled them. Fantastic work to sell the handoff by Robert Blevins there. You got to give it to him, because without that, that would have never developed like it did. So Tolentino's going to send this one up through. Hot Springs now only down by 7, and it's got these folks right back in. And as you hear the cowbell, love a good cowbell on Friday night. Got 3:37 left, and it is 21-14. Alma's still on top, but I think a little shocked.
A long first quarter and a high-scoring first quarter.
Incredibly long first quarter, and it's already 8 o'clock. So we might be here, man, especially with all of these passes. But I mean, just lightning coming out of Sean. And it was at first, I was like, is he actually running at full speed? I couldn't quite tell. But once he was outrunning everybody, I was sure, yeah, Sean has this one in the bag.
He's just got a comfortable looking stride. He just has longer strides. So he doesn't look like he's running at full speed, but he is.
He is, yeah. And a lot faster than I could run, Weston. A lot faster.
They got to get you down there to race some of these kids.
You know what? I might try one day.
Give you like a 20-yard head start.
We could do that. Or you know what? Hey, we'll do this. We'll have a long drive competition.
Ooh.
I think I'd be a little more prepared for that.
Golf course.
Airedales now looking for daylight and just still running on his feet to about the 36 there. So Airedales will take over with some decent field position to start this drive, and you just got to look for a stop here. If you get a stop here, then the opportunity is in the hands of Hot Springs to tie this one up. But like you said, Weston, earlier, we had a 3rd and long scenario, and it still didn't quite pan out. That resulted in a touchdown for the Airedales, and Hot Springs has got to get off the field on 3rd down.
I know it's only week 3, but I feel like that's been kind of the kryptonite for our defense so far to open up the season. Is we've been so good at getting the 3rd down and 3rd and long, and then somehow, I mean, our 3rd down defense has got to.
It's a different squad.
It's pretty. It has not been good.
We got movement there, and it looks like this one's going to go against Hot Springs.
So that must be a different rule in high school too. I guess they don't give them a chance to get back,
right?
Like they do at the next level.
Yeah, that's what I was like, why doesn't he just get reset before the snap?
Yeah.
But they went ahead. I'm surprised they didn't call it on that left tackle out there though, on offense. And play action pass out to the right is caught by number 3, Byron Standish. Good for a few. It's going to bring up 2nd and 1 near midfield as the Airedales march on. Hot Springs has just, like we've said, needs some momentum, swinging in their direction, needs that defense to clamp down. But the Airedales are not having trouble getting yardage so far. Not at all. So you're hoping for a more of a smash mouth response from this defense. And a high snap. Direct snap to number 14 as he kicks it out to the left side. He's wrapped up, stopped wide at the line of scrimmage, and I'm going to give a lot of credit to number 7, Ray Jones, my other hype man for the pep rallies. Ray Jones, senior, great young man, did a great job wrapping up there to make the tackle. So yeah, we got 3rd and a whisker.
You can tell when it's going to be like a wildcat direct snap run like that when number 14's in the backfield, because he obviously is not the quarterback, but also he's wearing 2 gloves. Obviously the quarterback doesn't wear a glove on his throwing hand, so it's kind of a good cue for everybody sitting up here in the stands.
Oh yeah, great.
Probably not going to be a pass when he's the one receiving the snap.
In a read that you would think that players like Ray Jones picked up on to be able to meet him at the line of scrimmage like that. They are going to bring the chains out here to measure on this third down. So they're going to place the ball, and it looks like, yep, it is going to be inches. Inches. So 3rd and inches near midfield for the Alma Airedales.
I'd have to expect just to run up the gut.
Yeah, you just barrel it. A little tush push just to get a fresh set of downs. As you hear the PA trying to hype up the crowd, and the cowbell making itself known. Shotgun formation here, very tight. And run up the middle is exactly what the doctor ordered. Good for probably a yard. So that will get a fresh set of downs for the Airedales near the 48. 2:21 left to play in this first quarter. The Airedales on top, 21-14. Marked at about, oh, it's farther back than I thought it was, so that's going to be about the 47. Another shotgun formation here, midfield, in the middle of the field rather, with got 2 receivers out wide right, and Alma's going to hand this off up the middle immediately, where it will be good for another 2 probably. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Airedales with 1:51 rolling on the clock. Alma slowing down a little bit in terms of offensive momentum, but they might just be trying to take control and use time on their side. The Airedales, shotgun snap, play action pass, it's complete. And it's wrapped up after a gain of about 8. So it's going to be another first down for Alma. I do see a flag down.
Yeah, that's kind of a weird flag if you ask me. The official that was 20 yards down the field is the one who threw that flag rather than the one that was right there where the tackle was made.
And they're going to call a face mask on the Trojans here, which, yeah, it's just an odd call that far away. Really unfortunate. So, is this going to be a 1st and 5 scenario? How does that? No, it's still going to be 1st and 10. 1st and 10 from the Trojan end of the field, near the 36-yard line. And Airedale sent another receiver. Another flag here. And this has been typical for Alma. What's happened? I mean, we've seen this.
How much misdirection concepts that they're trying to run. I mean, cues just get messed up.
Yeah, there's a lot of brain power that goes into an offense like this, especially with all this pre-snap movement. Nothing that I could get my head around as a teenager. That's why I was on the offensive line. No, not a bad thing for the offensive line. It's just definitely didn't want to be the guy having to remember all those different directions. Hand off to the right here. Bounces it outside and unable to break his tackle. So Hot Springs will stop the big number 14, Samuel Schlegel. So we have a 2nd and long scenario right now. Hot Springs looking to still capitalize on some momentum here. You got about 34 seconds rolling until the end of this quarter. So they'll probably get in this play, and unless it's an incomplete pass or it goes out of bounds, we'll see the end of the first quarter here. He did move, but he did not come across the line. They're not going to call that. And they should be calling that on the offensive guard who's throwing his hands around. Anyway, no call there. Number 3 comes in motion again, stacks behind the right tackle. Play action pass, and it's blocked. And they're going to call an incomplete pass. Number 52, Brandon gets his big old paws on that one. And so, yeah, that's going to be an incomplete pass. And the crowd loves that one.
Alma's lucky that's not a fumble, because that was almost a stupid score.
That was almost, and you see a real proud mama down there. Shout out to Crystal Brandon.
3rd and long.
3rd and long, Weston. What are we going to see here? You got to have some kind of containment because it's 3rd and long. Are they going to do this middle screen again? Another play action pass? You don't know what's going to happen here. I'm really nervous. Really nervous. Receiver goes in motion. He drops way back. It is a screen. He's able to pick it up. And he is stopped before the 30. So Alma will have a 4th down situation to deal with here, but they are on the Trojans' 32-yard line, so you kind of think that they're just going to stay on the field.
Oh, for sure, and I'm honestly surprised that we were charging, or the line was charging that hard on 3rd down there, especially after a screen on the last 3rd down. I think that we should have had more eyes in the backfield there. But
yeah, they're going to call this one the end of the first quarter. So after the first quarter, the Alma Airedales on top of the Hot Springs Trojans, 21-14.
It's going to be, what, about 4th and 6?
It's going to be about 4th and 6 now from the east end of the field as the coaches give some game time adjustments to the guys. And we are looking for them to start this next quarter. Coach making adjustments.
I just saw a sign down in the student section that says, if you're wondering what the Airedale is, we are too.
I love being a Trojan. I love the Trojans. And that is, again, just another reason. Got to have a great sense of humor, and these guys do. I want to shout out our Hot Springs Police Department and our HS Hot Springs School District Police Department too, and just a wonderful job they do to keep us all safe and feeling great here at school about the safety of our students and our staff. Shout out to Officer Jonathan Langdon. Shout out to Officer Kurt Zahner, and shout out to Chief Carl Seymour. Hot Springs School District Police Department. Just a great staff of guys do wonderful things for the school district. All right, so we're going to get started here with this second quarter after the first quarter that felt like 3.
4th and 5.
And so you're just really hoping Hot Springs is able to stop this.
Probably looking at like a quick out here.
Another receiver in motion. He's going to roll it to his left. Hoping for another screen scenario, and he stopped. He's smashed, actually, by number 9. That was Chris Sagan. I heard it up here. Great shot to stop the Airedales.
What a way to set the tone at the start of the second quarter.
That's what you call smash mouth football. And Hot Springs offense is back on the field.
And that momentum meter should be,
it's ticking. It's going over to the right side where I have Hot Springs. Yeah, think of a thermostat or a thermometer, folks. And on the right, I've got Hot Springs. On the left, I've got Alma. In the middle, I've got 0. And we're calling this our momentum meter. And the momentum meter is swinging in the direction of Hot Springs. We've got Blevins back beside Elia with a tight trips right on this close hash. Coach really likes doing this.
Yeah, it's interesting to see trips to the short side of the field.
Oh, and it was perfectly designed. And unfortunately, man, it looks like that was going to be a fumble.
And I don't think we got it. I think that's going to be Alma football.
Yeah, and unfortunately, nope.
Oh, we fell on it.
Comes up with it. Thank goodness.
I did not see a Hot Springs player fall on it.
I sure didn't either, but that's okay because our eyes are up here.
At the bottom of the pile never hurt anybody.
That's right, Weston. Right you are. First down for Hot Springs after a scary nail-biter moment there.
Ball security, man.
So, yeah, in that trips right, tight scenario from this close hash, we use those 3 receivers to get that secondary just to take off. Screen pass to the right here, number 14. Jamarcus Morning with the catch. Jamarcus Morning, wide receiver screen. I'm calling it up at least 2 or 3 times a drive, Weston.
It's been working. I mean, that's another 8-yard pickup. I mean, he's been averaging about that.
Well, the kid is doing a fantastic, the young man, is doing a fantastic, great job of getting yards after the catch.
And he's just getting directly upfield. No, juking, trying to get around anybody. He's getting north as soon as he north and south as soon as he gets the ball.
Handoff to Blevins up the middle, good for about 1 or 2. It's probably going to get Hot Springs the first down here.
Absolutely.
Hot Springs moving the ball into enemy territory now. Doing a fantastic job of keeping this drive rolling with a little bit, spicing up the attack, changing things up. It looks like Alma is going to take a timeout here. So 10:52 left to go in the second quarter. Hot Springs marching along on offense, but down by 7 to the Alma Airedales. We want to thank you for listening to ESPN Arkansas 96.3.
posted on CBS Sports for our game against.
Lord. Ouch. .50 left to play in this one. Hot Springs unable. Oh, no, he's going to keep running. Oh, they're going to call the ball dead at the line of scrimmage, actually. So that's going to probably work out for Hot Springs. It'll be second and about 9 from the 44-yard line. Did you see that, Weston?
Yeah, that player just kind of doinked on the back of the head.
Yeah, so the ref was trying to throw that ball to his colleague and bopped the kid right in the back of the head. That's a fun little bit of comedic relief for this evening. Second and 9 going. Hot Springs snaps the ball, hands off to Blevins, who breaks the tackle immediately. That's not Blevins. That's actually number 15, Kenyon Woods.
And the white hat shoved the flag. So we'll see what the penalty is.
Probably going to be holding, and it is. Holding on the offense. It's going to move Hot Springs back a few yards here. No players were harmed in the throwing of that football by the ref. That's good. Is this going to bring up second down again, Weston, or will it go to third?
I don't think it's going to be a loss of down.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I'd imagine it's going to be second and long.
Yeah, they're going to go ahead and roll it, so it will be about second and 15 for the Trojans. I'm throwing a wide receiver screen out to Jamarcus here. Let him gain 8, right? We got trips left to the wide side now. Elliott lined up on the close hash.
Down here at the bottom.
And a pass over the middle ends up in an interception to number 31. Elliott unfortunately threw into traffic. Number 31, Isaac Ford, catches the ball. And so Alma will come now back onto the field. And you need another stop here. You can't have a situation like this. And not the best decision to throw into traffic like that, but I feel like Sean's options were limited there.
Yeah, I feel like he was trying to force something there when there was no need. It was second and long, but I mean, you're at midfield. Could have been, not for sure, but maybe 4-down territory. I don't like the decision to try to force something there either. For sure. So Alma will take over now about the 41-yard line, their own 41-yard line, with a fresh set of downs. And in a shotgun formation again, a high snap is going to hand off to up the middle. One broken tackle. It's going to lead to about a 2-yard gain. Alma will have second and 8 coming up. Alma having a few subs come in, go out, trying to get an extra towel off the field while we're at it. Alma lined up on the far hash now. We got 2 wideouts on either side, and no play action there. The muff catch, but still caught. Tackled there by number 4, Braylon Young. Swarm into the football.
Braylon did a good job there. It brings up third and about 6.
Oh, and how huge would this be to get off the field?
It would be massive. But here's what I'm afraid of. They're going to sell this screen. And
you got to get eyes in the backfield. You cannot sell out for a sack here.
So you're worried that you're going to see a screen here that is going to result in enough positive yardage for the Airedales.
They're going to try to draw them off sides.
Drops back, looks for someone open, unable, and it's an incomplete pass. Clean coverage by the defense there.
That's number 4, Braylon Young again in coverage.
Still doing a great job on defense, and so the Airedales special teams unit will make their way to the field for their first punt of the evening. We've got about 8:47 that we're working with in this first half right now. Airedales back deep to kick, and that's a deep punter right there.
Yeah,
deep snap.
He must have a boot.
So Hot Springs now sends a couple back. Wondering what kind of punt we'll see here. Oh, they did block it or touched it at least. No, don't touch it. What are you doing? Oh, no. And number 11, Damon Hicks, chased after the ball for some reason and tried to jump on it. And unfortunately, he touched it, so it looks like Alma will be taking over around the 11-yard line after just a mental mistake, a huge mental mistake. Should not ever touch that punt, just let it go. Not really sure what his thought there was.
And if you're going to pick it up when it comes right at you, not after you're running back to go get it.
Exactly. So just unfortunately, a really, really poor judgment there, and a massive mistake that is going to put the Airedales in the red zone. Alma now, 2 wide right, hands off the plays action pass, works out beautifully. So Alma's going to catch that one for a touchdown over the top. So Hot Springs, after a fantastic stop, makes a horrendous decision to try to touch the ball on the punt. That's going to result in a touchdown by Alma. So Alma now on top, 27-14, 8:43 left to play in this quarter. What could be said about that, Weston? What do you do? Damon Hicks, who is a fantastic receiver and has played, kick is good, by the way, been on special teams for a long time. I don't know what the thought process was. Did he think somebody touched it already?
Yeah, I don't know. That was an amateur mistake from a mature young man.
Yeah, unfortunate to see. So Hot Springs has got to come out and score on this drive. Down by 2 scores right now. And you just wonder what is the conversation. You got Coach Shepard down there talking to Damon Hicks, and you got everybody just slapping him and hitting him and saying, hey man, it's one mistake, we'll just keep moving. Braylon Young down there really talking him up. So here come the Airedales now set up to kick off. Alma looking to pin Trojans deep here, but maybe we can get a couple of broken tackles and get some great field position out of this kickoff. And number 21 gets set to kick. He sends it low, and it's going to roll a little bit.
Big bounce.
And then it is picked up, and Hot Springs is going to push through to about the 21-yard line. And 5 Kai Jamerson brings that one out. And so, yeah, you got this one. You just hope you score quickly. Hope you score quickly and just erase all memories of that last special teams situation. Elia now with Hicks out to the far left on our close, and we're lined up on the close hash. Trips to our right. Might look for a play action pass here. Sean's going to keep this one. Get about 2 out of it. Elia picks up 2 for a 2nd and 8 situation. Might line up again in this really tight trips. Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do. So Hot Springs now in a shotgun trips right formation on a tight hash. Elliott looking for Hicks. He's got him. Hicks, a chance for redemption here. Able to shake 1, shake 2, and get another yard or so out of it before being taken down. So Hot Springs will have a fresh set of downs here.
Well, that's a big first down there. We're no longer backed up in our end zone. Little room to work with now.
A little more room to work with, and hopefully a little bit more of a positive attitude about this drive. Because I know Hicks was just beating himself up over that. But again, great young man, really fun to talk to. Great attitude, that guy. Elia communicating something to his offensive line. Blevins is going to line up on the left side now, and he is going to hand that one off. Nope, Elia is going to keep it and gain about 8. So it'll be 2nd and 2 for the Trojans, getting closer to midfield. Clock is rolling. We're about 7:30 in this second quarter. Elia now getting the play from the sideline. Hot Springs lined up in a very, very tight formation. Elia looking for Hicks. Hicks drops the pass, so it's going to be incomplete. Hit him right in the numbers. Unfortunate that he dropped that one. So it's going to be 3rd and 2 for the Trojans. You got yourself in a pickle situation here.
Yeah, that's
you really got to convert this. Hot Springs in a tight shotgun again. Hands off. And it stopped immediately. So it's going to be 4th and long for the Trojans in this situation. Number 87 comes out for the Trojans, subbing in for number 17.
With only a few yards to go, I wouldn't be surprised if we go for it here.
Oh, it's a 4th and 2. I saw this lady over here, and I thought she was the other pylon.
No.
No, it's a 4th and 2 scenario, folks. Excuse me. But Alma's going to take a timeout. Try to ice the momentum here a little bit. And while they take a break, we will too. So we want to thank you all for listening to ESPN Arkansas 96.3.
Oh, man.
Unfortunate. Yeah, we got about 6:40 left to play in this quarter.
Hopefully after a score, we can do it before, at the kickoff or so.
That's big. While we were away, Elia's handoff to Blevins good for about 3 in a 4th down scenario. So Hot Springs has a fresh set of downs to work with near the 47-yard line. Elia now back, thinking about a handoff again, but he keeps it. Nobody sees it. Elia slides in a really smart football move there. Able to gain about 8. So another 2nd down and 1, actually. So gaining about 9 on the play. Hot Springs finding a little bit of a rhythm here, Weston.
And I'd love to see it continue.
Hand off to Blevins. And they're going to push the stack a little bit here for about a yard.
Should be enough for a 1st down.
You think so? And it was. And yeah, they're going to move the chains here. So we'll take that any way we can get it tonight. So Blevins comes off the field now. Missed the sub that came in for him.
It was like 15, I think.
15, so Kenyon Woods comes into the game. Hot Springs still waiting on a play call from the sideline. Elia has this tight shotgun formation still working for him with one wide out to his left, lined up on the far hash. Sending number 1 in motion. He passes, and the receivers just weren't quite set for that one. So 2nd and 10. A couple players come out, a couple more go in. Hot Springs is probably going to line up in a trips right wide situation. Yep, that's exactly what happens here. So Elia's got 3 wide outs to his right side. And a back who's going to, Elia's going to roll to the right, look for, and just threads the needle to number 17, Justin Washington. I mean, that ball stayed in the air for a whole calendar year.
Oh, we got a holding call.
Oh, man. And then, unfortunately, on number 70, there was a holding call. Fortunately, Michael Casey gets called for holding there. So that pass will be for naught. Going to create a second and Lord. Second and about 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll call it that. Second and 20. Hot Springs now lined up back on their side, or their half of the field, about 48. First down marker near the 32 of the opposing side. Elliott drops back now, looks for his receiver, and he overthrows Justin Washington this time, which took a little bit off of that, and I think he takes it to the house. All right, we got a third and long scenario here, so another tight situation that the Trojans have gotten themselves into. So Hot Springs going to line up quickly here. And the Airedales are going to have a ton of defensive backs. They're only running is that a 3-front?
Yeah.
They're going to send a little bit of a blitz here. And Blevins gets it to about midfield. Imagine that Hot Springs will punt it. Well, they might not. No, they're going to stay on the field. At least.
I think Elliott does the punting, though. So
yeah, so maybe it might not be a huge exchange to get the special teams on the field.
Yeah, he's dropping back.
Yeah, Elliott's dropping back. So
I'm surprised we're not max protecting somehow. We've had 2 punts blocked in a row.
Yeah. And you would think he does make a good punt this time.
Somebody get down there.
And so, yeah, looks like Alma will take over about the 12-yard line. And you just hope Hot Springs can churn something out of this. You got about 4:45 left to play as possession changes. I'm looking forward to see what Hot Springs can do with this this field position that will hopefully benefit them. Can shut down what the Airedales have planned. So 4:45 left to play. Hot Springs right now down by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Alma not ahead because of I'm going to say all of their talent, but due to a few unfortunate mistakes by the Trojans so far. Alma hands this one off up the middle to number 5. Gets a gain of about 3 on the play. Bring up a second and about 7 scenario. Braylon Young on the tackle. The Airedales might just keep running this one.
Yeah, I bet they were trying to make some clock here.
Yeah, they're just trying to eat the clock up. About 4 minutes left to go. We're going to send 2 wideouts to the left. Airedales are going to send another number 3 in motion to the right side. He's going to stack behind the right tackle. And a handoff to the right side is good for about 6 or 7. It's going to bring up a fresh set of downs for the Airedales. And that run out of bounds will stop the clock. So 3:56 left to play. And number 9, Sean Amos comes off the field. The Airedales still getting their play from the coach as Hot Springs lines up for a, I mean, they're tight on the ball right now.
Yeah, they are. Showing
really tight. Showing a lot of blitz. And they're going to have a flag here. And that flag is going to go against the Airedales. It'll be a 5-yard penalty, so it's going to be a 1st and 15 scenario for Alma. Alma now still lined up in the same formation. Probably not going to change the, well, they might change the play call. Yeah, they are going to change the play call a little bit here. 1st and 15, but yeah, I mean, we're showing blitz and we're playing within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, and that makes me a little nervous, Weston.
We're back to off from Tad now.
Hand off to the left. Flag comes out.
There have been so many flags here in
This
first
has
half.
been a flag-heavy first half, that is for sure. So we'll see what the call is here. So I do think, is this a face mask? Can't quite tell. So as the referees confer, we'll wait on their call, but they're going to walk this one back. Holding on the offense, and so Alma is just going to continue to hurt
Back
themselves
it up,
here.
back it up.
Yeah, backing on up. Beat, beat, beat. Back she goes. So 1st and 20. First and 20 right now.
Crazy is still first down.
Oh, they're still trying to figure out the yardage, so it might not be exactly 20.
First and a mile.
Yeah, we'll call it a mile. All right, here we go. Back to the action.
A turnover this close to the end zone would be awesome.
Would be stunning. As a high snap, is a handoff up the middle. Broke one tackle, but not the second.
One of these high snaps is bound to go over his head.
You would think if we could just blast through that line one time during one of those high snaps that we'd be okay. Get us in a really good situation. Or at least in a fumble situation. So it is still 2nd and 3/4 of a mile now for the Airedales. A lot of stopping momentum just to catch whatever the play call is.
I
It's kind of
know.
odd.
This has been a very long first half. I know we started 30 minutes late, but like regardless, because of all the penalties,
There's been no flow to it. You're right, Weston.
And all this, like the drives that have ended scoring are big plays. No, huge long drives.
Read option here, keeper. Good for about 10.
And we got to wrap up and make better tackles.
There's a lot of
guys there.
leading with the upper body, but not wrapping up that I'm seeing. Kind of rely on that initial contact to take them down, but that's just not happening with this bigger backfield for Alma. So it is 3rd and long. You got to think there's 2 minutes to go. If Alma runs this play, it doesn't go well, you're going to get a timeout from the coach if it's an incomplete pass. Or not, if it's not an incomplete pass, rather.
Correct. I'd agree with you.
We're going to use that hopefully to our advantage here. So 3rd and long, Hot Springs can't be drawn off sides here. So that handoff up the middle. First tackle's broken rather. And then a plethora of Trojans make the stop here. So it's going to be a 4th and 8 scenario. If I'm Coach Burnett, yep, he's calling timeout. Smart football move there. So Hot Springs still down by 2 touchdowns, but going to have the ball with a minute and some change left. We're excited to see how the rest of this half pans out. And before we do, we're going to take another break here. So we want to thank you all for listening to ESPN Arkansas 96.3.
Oh, I'm excited for halftime. I gotta pee. 28-14. No, don't go to Henderson. They're also like $150 million in debt.
Are they? How do they? How do you stay afloat?
Sweet, thank you. Oh, we almost blocked it.
Hot Springs not going to make that punt mistake again, Weston, as that ball is belted out to the other end of the field. It looks like it'll be Hot Springs will take over about the 16-yard line with 1:21 to play. So What do you do here, Weston? What kind of offense, what differences are we going to see in this 2-minute offense?
Well, you call this a 2-minute drill. It's got to go fast, it's got to be smooth, and it's got to be effective. You know, you're moving fast. Typically, you have 2 or 3 plays called at a time that you can check to at any point during the drive. You got to see Sean really, you know, stay composed here under pressure.
That's what you hope to see, Weston, and I expect Sean to really air the ball out. And he's got trips to his left, a high snap to the roll to the left, and look for that catch. He's got at least 10 and more. It's exactly what you want to see every time, Weston. Does he make it out of bounds?
He did not get out of bounds.
No, he didn't.
The guys hustling back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, because they're just going to get set and try to snap this ball as soon as they start rolling the play clock.
And it could be the same play to the other side.
Sean's going to roll out to the right this time, and yes, it is the same play to the right side. And number 14 makes the catch, Jamarcus Mourning. Great ball handling by Mr. Mourning. Mr. Mourning having some great ball handling all night long. I don't apologize for my puns, folks. Anyway, it is 1st and 10. Dad jokes abound, and Elia with trips left this time is going to roll it left. He's going to keep it, and he's just going to gain about 5 on this one before he slides in. Smart move by Elia just to tuck it and run, but you got to think that, yeah, coach is going to take another timeout here. So we've got about 41 seconds before this this half wraps up, but Hot Springs has come from the 16-yard line to the 49 on the opposite side in less than 20 seconds, Weston.
Yeah, we're moving the ball good, and partly of that is because Alma's in pretty much not prevent defense, but is showing a real soft shell and is just making sure they don't give up any big plays at a time. Right,
and you got to think that one breakaway could change it all. You get an angle on somebody, and you slip right by them, and it's daylight all the way to the end zone. Hot Springs comes back out here. Let's see if we have another trips shotgun set up. What do you know? We have that tight trip situation. Sean looking for a little bit of direction from the sideline here as he sets back to snap the ball.
Like you said, trips left.
Elliott rolls out to the right and completes the pass to number 14, Jamarcus Mourning, who steps out of bounds. And just like they drew it up, Weston, 37 seconds left to go as the band makes their way to the sideline for their performance. And we're looking forward to seeing that at halftime, too. Shout out to all the Hot Springs School District high school teachers who I see down there. Shout out to Mr. Bellamy, Ms. McAfee. Hot Springs sends it out to the left side as I'm not focused like I should be, and gain about 8. That was number 11, Damon Hicks. Yeah, so it looks like Damon was able to shake off that earlier mistake, and he's contributing again to the team, Weston.
Yeah, he is. Just under 30 seconds left, 29 seconds. Now I'm pretty sure that was our last timeout. 1 to stop the clock on defense. We've used 2 on this drive, so that should be it. If there's a big play, which I think we're still too far to go for end zone shots, I would like to see at least one more 10 to 12-yard chunk play, and then it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage, spike the ball to stop the clock, which will waste it down.
But this is 4 down scenarios.
Exactly. But at least you stop the clock, and then you take a shot or 2. And if you have a 4th down, if you have to run out your kicker, you do so.
Smart words, wise words by Weston Bailey, folks. Hot Springs lined up about the 31-yard line, 2nd and 2 in this situation. But Hot Springs is thinking about all 4 downs right now. Elia gets a snap, rolls out to his right, looks for a receiver, and unable to find Justin Washington, just a little bit out of his reach. And so that incomplete pass will stop the clock, allows Hot Springs to catch a breath as they run back to the line.
That was the right read there, just barely overthrown.
Just barely. Yeah, he put a little too much air under that ball, but I don't see Sean being inaccurate for too long.
So it's 3rd and short. You got to at least secure the first down here to keep the drive going.
Yeah, and you kind of wonder, do you do a little wide receiver screen out to Jamarcus here? Do you have a... No, they're going to look. And Sean can run if he really wants to, but he doesn't. Instead, slings a pass across the shoulder.
Got to go quick, spike the ball.
Yeah, 19 seconds on the board, and Hot Springs are just going to have to get up and spike this one. And someone blew the whistle, so a little bit of confusion about how this will pan out. So the White Hats explaining something to the teams. It looks like they will get set. Not really sure what that one was. But he is going to have to confer with the rest of the Zebra crew. And both sides kind of scratching their noggins here, going, what are we waiting on?
Yeah, I don't know what I was freaking out about. I heard whistles blow and play for, Okay, so you can see better than me. How much time do we have left from the clock?
We have 18 seconds, Weston.
Okay, so this is where you take a shot or two. If it's an incomplete pass, so be it. No interception here.
Elliott throws a deep ball. And we come down with it. Touchdown, Trojans. Justin Washington. No, Jamarcus Mourning with the hands, Weston. I'm telling you, the kid has hands. Fantastic. Just to get up over the defender and get his hands on the ball. I mean, in just the worst press coverage or the tightest coverage you've ever seen.
And he's been having a phenomenal first half, and why not throw it up to him and give an opportunity? That's what I was just telling you. You take your 2 shots. If it's incomplete, so what? That's best case scenario there for the Trojans.
Tolentino back to kick. And unfortunately, Hot Springs unable to make the point after attempt, so a little bit of sting to end that drive. But 14 seconds left to play in this half. And like you said, Weston, this has been an incredibly long first half, even with a late start like this. It's crazy to think it's not even 9 o'clock and we haven't started the second, or it's almost 9 o'clock and we haven't started the second half yet. So we'll get some late Friday night under the lights football for all the Trojan Nation here. And hopefully watch. Shout out to the AV department who is streaming this game right now, doing a great job of tracking the action and supporting. And specifically, shout out to Mr. Michael Sandlin, who is up there teaching these students these vital skills, these work skills that they can use with them and take with them after high school. So just great job, and thank you, Mr. Sandlin, for all you do for Hot Springs School District. Hot Springs back to kick. Tolentino trying to line up his guy before he says, you need to line up before I can kick it, bro. So they're helping each other out. So Tolentino now waiting for the signal so he can kick it. Finally got it. And he boots it.
What a boot.
I mean, really. And so they're going to pick this one up about the 4-yard line. You kind of wonder what's going to happen here because they wrap him up at the 15. So the Airedales have 5 seconds to work with. Hot Springs needs to put a deep prevent on.
You got to expect they're just going to come out and kneel.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah. I think they'll just take it to the half.
Surely they will. Maybe they're not as risky as I am. My play calling from, my college football days when I played NCAA college football.
You'd be throwing a Hail Mary here?
Oh, man, everybody go.
Yeah, he's coming out. He's going to kneel this.
Yeah. And they take that knee, which takes us into the half. And so after the first half, Hot Springs only down by 8. Could have been a lot worse there. So great job clawing back by the Trojans. Excited to see what we get from our coaches show here in a little bit. But we'll come back here in a few minutes and update you on the action. We want to thank you for listening to ESPN Arkansas 96.3. Thank you. Do you want to use the restroom? We got 3 minutes. We sprint. I'll talk.
I'll wait.
Okay. I've lost my voice though. It's like it's really going. That's the relationship we have.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna lean into him. Talk about being here for 1,000 years.
I'm thinking of some right now.
Talk about Jamarcus and how he's, has something
he
about
is
him.
killing it.
Oh, maybe. I'm not sure. We've just been so in it that I haven't. Yeah.
She's on.
Welcome to the field, your hot world class macho failure.
sure y'all can hear me.
Yep, loud and clear. 1 minute, thanks. Here with about a minute before this half kicks off as the Airedales and the Trojans get back on the field. We're excited to see this action. And hopefully the Trojans come out for a strong second half. I'm really looking forward to seeing Braylon Young flying around the field and hopefully stopping these Airedales early. We just don't want to see it in the first half. We don't want to see that again, but I do want to see that resilience turn into positive scoring opportunities for hot screens. Hopefully they can get on top quickly and start turning this one into victory. Really hoping that happens too, but sometimes just logistically it doesn't work out. The carry is out there patiently waiting. Interview here. So as Coach Gerald Burnett approaches Karen Hill, we want to pitch it down to Karen. Karen, what do you got for us?
Jamarcus Morning's had a great first half. Tell us a little bit as a player and a person.
Coaching hard. He's making plays, but he can make a whole lot more plays if we stop doing dumb stuff on special teams. You know, we didn't cause that. Block punt, the extra point was actually on the kick with the step on right, taking too long. So they have only drove the ball one time. 2 of their touchdowns are 4 yards and 7 yards. So we can't beat ourselves, man. Ain't no different. We got to step up. We got to get going. Making foolish penalties, foolish plays, and we don't represent how hard we work. So we just got to get some wins.
What's the key to getting out of this here with the victory tonight?
Just get a stop. Get a stop right here. Get a score. Cut out the penalties. Cut out the mistakes. They can't drive on us, you know. I'm not saying they're not good or anything, but I would rather them have to drive 70, 60, 80 yards compared to 2 yards on the first drive and then 7 yards right here on the dump. You know, it's tough. It's tough to give yourself a chance to win. So we got to fix ourselves before we can worry about anybody else. And that's what we better do.
Okay, thanks a lot, Coach. Have a great second half.
Some great insight there from Coach Gerald Burnett. And the word that he used, foolishness. That's not foolishness. Any insight that you can get from Coach there? So I'm going to go ahead and reset here. Not really sure what that was all about, but we will reset and kick to start the second half. It's kind of like you deflated the air out of the balloon. Everybody's anticipating the beginning of the second half. Yeah, we'll try. Until the team will back to kick. What am I doing? What in the world is this flag? So they threw this one at the and so I guess a little bumping on back.
Third time's the charm.
Third time's the charm. Good hope. Try this again, and I've been wrong the entire night. Eric Luna is the one kicking for the Trojans right now, not Ryan Tarantino. Excuse me. Apologize for that error. Hot Springs kicks the ball off, and we will see the flag here. This one flag is 22. So Alma will take over at their own 22, and we will hopefully see. Quickly out, Austin. Hoping for that, and then the top speeds that offense back on the field quickly and puts together the so, are they going to kick the ball?
Fourth time's the charm.
Oh my gosh. Surely. Yeah, they are. They are going to kick it off again.
I wonder if they're choosing to enforce a penalty every time they make it.
So, okay, yeah, because they're going to put the 30. Yeah, the 40's really good. It's a 10-yard difference here, which means by, I know they got down to 58. Austin Graham boots it to about the 25-yard line. It's picked up. Number 2 has a collision with a few Trojans. Get that to about the 43. And so Alma will bring the offense out. You think we'd have this thing rolling because we the activity.
Well, I was hoping that by acknowledging that it would give some of that presence over the out.
Oh yeah, get the juju going the other way. I feel you, but the juju is stuck in the moment. See if we can cast it on this. Listen. Zebra here to delay play even further. Substitution here, so Sean Ramos will come in for 44 total holder. Get a little chill in the air, Weston. It's getting a little chilly. Temp's starting to drop a little bit. A little breeze in here. Starting to feel a little more fall. 69 fair. It sure was. There weren't any of those weeks, though. There was 2 or 3 years ago. I was playing golf out consistently, and I remember one day it was 108. I played 36 holes that day. Oh, good. Yeah, it was a beat. It was fun though. Handoff up the middle, and he smacked immediately for a touch. So that one kind of fell apart. Hot Springs is going to give a lot of credit for blowing up that play and sending that right door to the backfield, which caused the collision from the running back. So it's about 2nd and 16. 17. 2nd and 17. I'm going to have to go optometrist so Weston need some glasses. That, you know what? I did put that in my Amazon cart, and then I put it in a safe. Pitch to the left, sweep to the left, I should say. And well, he step up pass. So number 14, Samuel Schlegel on the 6 or 7 yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and long. Secondary is sticking about 7 to 9 yards off the ball. Johnny for Washington, quarterback goes back to the screen scenario again, but we're going to get rid of it quickly, and this one's going to work out in Hot Springs. So that's what we're looking for the rest of the whole time. We're going to the juju. You just never know. But it's 4th and long in this scenario. Looks like Alma's going to have a deep punt.
They have a good punter. I'd like to see one of our returners actually try to catch the punt and return it, because if not, I think they're going to be pinned inside of 15 or something.
Yeah, the kid's got it. He wants to get pinned within 10 on the end zone. Snaps back, boots it, and it's a great kick. But this one might. Oh no, it's a fantastic kick. Unfortunately, Hot Springs going to take this one over about 3 yards. Hot Springs with 96 yards to go to the end zone. 1st and 10.
This first down here, just in case a sack was to happen or a muff snap, something. We don't want to hurt that right now. It's 4 yards or 7. Our defense is already in its house.
Exactly.
But regardless, a huge stop there by the defense on the first drive.
Whitehead is communicating with the athletic director, Rodney Eccles, on the field right now. It looks like we might have it in play for this year.
They never won this thing all year.
No, they want us to stay. They want these fun people to stay the whole evening. You know what? Maybe they might buy them at home.
I actually walked by the concession stand on the bathroom break and they're closed already.
Aren't they closed? You think they're running the field already? I bet you anything is because that has happened. I've seen it happen. A ton of folks here tonight. I imagine we've got 30 minutes. Some loud. So trying to sort this situation out. 10:50 to play in this 3rd quarter. 28 to 20. Hot Springs is on the 4-yard, their own 4-yard line. So heavy hold to dig ourselves out of. All right, so Elia and Co will begin. Elia is lined up in the end zone, which creates some nobody for myself. So Elia's going to hand this one off in the middle immediately, and that was going to be good for a few. We got 6 on the play. So yeah, Blevins gains about 6 out of that carry. Don't fix it. So it's going to be 3rd and inches here. Nope. We're going to let them roll along. Same play for the 3rd time in a row, and Blevins is going to try to bounce this one to the outside. And he's able to get a 1st down at it. So Hot Springs moving the ball here on the 21-yard.
That's fine. This road to call a pass.
Great job. Now in the backfield, number 15, Woods. Ellie's going to hand it off to Woods. Woods going to pass the outside. Look for a seam. He's taken down about the 31. Big win there by Kenny Woods. Taking the ball, head forward. Just trying to cut the seam. Too much. So again here, the same play. Huge face mask. And I'm so glad that somebody saw it. I think it was supposed to see it. I mean, he had him by the nose resting. His whole hand was around that.
already on the 10-yard pickup.
What's up with that? That I've never seen.
Face pass should be a personal foul, which I thought was 15.
Exactly. Sean gonna hand off again. The same play, and it's another face mask. They didn't get that last time, but it doesn't matter because the Trojans get 11 out of the same play again. The rest of this time, they're gonna play action. Have not run a different play yet this drive. But I wouldn't either give them 2 to 3 yards at least every time. Players there coming up. So yeah, this interchangeability between Airedales and Woods is really working out so far. Shotgun formation again on the same play. The same play. And it works. Weston, it just works. Here we are, Elliott now. We hit it off again at the middle. This time, though, Kenny Woods tripped up. But it doesn't matter because it doesn't matter. For a first down, the Trojans have a first down. Trojans are working a lot on it. Same play call again. The handoff at the middle. There's nothing special about it. But it's a really good single touch. 8:30 left to play. Hot Springs. Excuse me, Alma does not have an answer at the line of scrimmage right now. And it looks like Kenyon might get 2.
That's actually
Oh, you're right, there's your That's my boy. That's my boy Antoine. Getting in the game. Great impact so far.
you got to look at the back foot and out.
Elliott out.
Again, always open.
And Demont Hicks. Unable. Oh, no. And the burst. There was a pick on the play, which is really unfortunate after all that positivity to see an interception. Very frustrating. You just got to. So 7:58 to play in this third quarter. Hot Springs still down by 8. Defensive take time up here too. So thank you for listening. ESPN Arkansas 96.3.
It went off the hands. Like it bounced off his hands. But that should have been just a great one. That was just unfortunate.
Back at it here, Alma with a gain of 11, puts them on the 33-yard line in territory, 1st and 10. Shotgun formation, center back, 2 wideouts from the left. And on the snap, it's a little play action here. Pass is completely over the wall. Doing a fantastic job of sponsoring that field. Nothing but positive yardage until it wasn't. The handoff at the end here. few different numbers in the backfield now. There's Alma having a lot of data. Yeah, anyway, 3rd and 10. Sorry, folks. We really apologize for the distraction. It is a I'm sure it worked. We're happy to be here and excited to see this continue. It is 3rd and long. Play action pass here. 10 yards up the line. Looking for the receiver. He's going to throw it out quite long. And it's intercepted. Hot Springs. That is exactly what you want to see last time. Fantastic job. Coming from under at that place. I'm giving credit. Looks like it is number 10. Okay, I didn't see that.
He saw it way too late.
Hot Springs going back to what works. Hand off at the middle. Second and 5 for Hot Springs. Yeah, I'm not putting the ball in there.
If I am,
For sure. Elliott hand off again up the middle. This time to get a little penetration. But Snatcher got it. And that's going to be Hot Springs Trojans. Trojans having no problem right now moving the ball. 4:55 playing this thing. Still down by 8. Things can change. Hand off. Bounce to the outside. Oh, and he's stuck. Unfortunately, number 15. It's caught up. But Hot Springs does get a yard out of it. So it's 2nd and 9. We have an injury here. It's just unfortunate. I hope that he gets the care he needs. But in the meantime, I want to thank you for listening to ESPN Arkansas 96.3. What's funny is the mom in this scenario walks really slowly. She's like, I hate that.
that's what I was watching the training with no urgency, just walking out there. I was like, if I'm that player, I'm like, help me!
Help me! Help me!
Help me!
It's too late. 9:30 is, after 30, 9:30 is like 17. Shootings that Number 15, Timothy Floyd, is able to get up on his own volition, making his way to the sideline. Glad to see the young man So if he can just get an edge on it, it's going to be trying to stay upright. No horse collar called. It's on these so a little bit more of a pressure situation. 3:35 on the clock. It's the third quarter. 87 coming out from number 11. And then Hicks back in. You got to think that Hicks making the thing for this one. In this situation. And he's got it. He's able to pick up the first down. It's a first down for the Trojans. Just inside. That's Williams. Set. Hands it off again. Up the middle. Blevins good for about 1. So I think the game is rotate those backs and pump it up a little bit. It's got to be hit. A couple situations here. Inside. Blevins should be 77 is what's going to quickly jump off the field. Blevins now breaks one. Maybe another. But he is able. Anyway, it is third and about 4. Trojans looking to get a fresh set of guys to work this close to the end zone. Elliott hands off. He's nobody there. There is somebody who catches it. A second, and I think that's probably going to get possibility to set it down. And a chance to swing this momentum in the right direction.
Obviously trying to run out of the middle. When I was in high school, we called that hippo package.
I was about to say, yeah, you kind of, I looked at that package and I was really thinking they might do a sweep to the left there. Bounce it out and try to just extend that yardage. We still have an Alma player down right now. And
I almost wouldn't even mind seeing, like, getting Sean off the field to get an extra blocker in and then doing like a direct snap to Antoine Berry, our biggest back, and letting him do like a little pivot step backwards, let the block set up, and then letting him take off up the middle.
Well, Weston, you need to get down to the field quickly to hand that one off to coach before this Alma Airedale makes his way off the field. He does get up. It's good to see number 1, Cash Ferris, up and walking by his own will. Not what you want to see. Nobody wants to see injured players for either team. And you just hope that both of those players from Alma are okay. And a little jog there from Ferris to show the crowd that he wins. So good for that young man. Anyway, brings up 2nd and goal near the 5-yard line.
Surprised to see an edge blitz trying to stop Barry before he can even get up the middle.
You would think so, and then I kind of wonder if Hot Springs is considering pulling during that sweep that we talked about. And the handoff's up the middle. And he's going to try to barrel in. Push, and that's going to be... Oh, they're going to call it. They're going to call it about those He was in. They've let more plays go longer than
Did they whistle it dead?
Yeah, he whistled it dead near the 1.5, which is absurd.
How are you going to whistle that play dead when the
momentum
still moving?
Yeah, pile is still moving. That's unfortunate. So we're going to push. And this one is just too close to call. And they're going to say he's down at the edge. It is 4th and goal from the 1-yard line.
Well, I think what happened was when Sean hiked it, his knee was actually on the ground.
Oh.
So as soon as he hiked it, his knee was already on the ground, which would be, taking a knee, loss of damage.
Sean's getting the direction here. He's going to stay in the shotgun formation, but it's really tight. It's hippo package like you talked about. And we send the receiver in motion. So it's going to be a pass. Sean's just going to walk it in. Touchdown, Trojans.
Oh, and a late hit on it.
And an extremely late hit. And no penalty. Ridiculous. The Zebra crew has lost my favorite for the evening. 44 seconds to go. Hot Springs down by 2. So do you go for 2 here, Sean?
Yeah. I think you absolutely go for 2 here.
Antoine Berry stays on the field.
Even if we don't get it here, it's still only a 2-point game. A field goal could still put us up by, a point. So this is absolutely a go-for-it situation here. Try to tie it up.
Hot Springs keeps the offense on the field. Looking for a 2-point conversion to tie this one up. And everybody's on their feet. Sean rolls out to the... Oh, and it's picked off. Which will call the play dead. So Sean unfortunately tried to force something that wasn't there. Hot Springs 26 to Alma's 28. 44 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. We want to thank you for listening to ESPN Arkansas 96.3.
He doesn't get the return now?
No. Not in high school. That is one thing I do know.
Interesting. I'll tell you what else I like doing at the Lake DeGray golf course is after it rains like it did all day yesterday, when they cancel all the tee times, the next day sneaking out there and fishing the ponds.
Oh man.
And just ripping fish for 2 hours. And most of the time I get caught and get told to leave.
Oh yeah, they're like, get out of here. And you're like, come on. Are there bass in those ponds?
The right ones, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
One of them, a few of them, there's nothing. But then one of them, I can't remember which one. I think it's, so you've played DeGray. There's hole 6, there's a par 3.
Yes.
And just to the right, I'll take a second. Oh my goodness.
.44 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter. Hot Springs is down by 2. Alma has 28, Hot Springs 26. The kickoff is going to be reteed. So we'll take a drop here. Oh, excuse me, we're not talking about golf. We are going back to do this kickoff again. And you got to think that Eric Luna is starting to feel like this is Groundhog Day.
Definitely missing Tolentino, and that is no shade to Luna. I'm sure he feels, like the lights are pretty bright, having to step in there tonight and do the job, that is definitely not easy, especially on a short week.
But he's got it up, and it's a decent kick. They're going to bring that in about the 25, and so Alma's looking for an opportunity here. Stopped about the 39-yard line in their own territory. First down for Alma. 39 seconds left to play in this quarter. Shout out to Jennifer Hoyt and the media team and the media interns of Hot Springs World Class High School, doing a fantastic job capturing all of the photos, videos, and everything going on in Trojan Nation. All right, 1st and 10 from about the 39-yard line for the Airedales. And you hope Hot Springs is able to contain this and get another 3 and out and hopefully get that offense pushing again. And here's the snap, and he hands it off up the middle to try a little bit from the Hot Springs playbook. It's good for about 1. 2nd and 8. 2nd and 9. From about the 40. Alma looking for the play call from the sideline. Number 10, Michael Taylor, has, you got to give a kid credit, done a great job tonight for Alma. And it looks like they're going to let the time expire on this quarter. And so that'll take us to the 4th and final one for the evening. So at the end of 3, Hot Springs down by 2, Alma winning 28-26. And we're so excited to bring you this 4th quarter here momentarily. So thank you for listening to ESPN Arkansas 96.3.
So that pond right there in between that par 3 and then the par 4 that's right after it.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like right there by the road, that's right there by the Welcome Center.
Yes.
That pond.
Got it.
I probably pulled 15 fish in an hour.
Dude.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
I love fishing. That's what Coach Durham was coming up to make fun of me about. I flooded my electronics.
Yep.
I think I told you that last week.
Yeah, you did.
But that's the relationship of everybody that works here. How's your boat, dummy?
So Lake Hamilton's the lake here, right?
Yeah, so you have a chain of lakes. The Ouachita River is the source out by Mount Ida, and that's the actual river. Before I had a boat, I would go and wade in that river and just catch smallmouth all day long. It was so much fun.
He fell over.
The goofiness, the goofy gooberness continues for you SpongeBob fans. We had a lineman just kind of lose his balance and fall over, so that's going to be a penalty on Alma. 2nd and 15 for the Airedales. Back in shotgun formation here. Airedales ahead by 2 right now, 28-26 over Hot Springs to start this 4th quarter. Handoff up the middle. He's got a lead blocker. It's going to carry him for about 3 for the plethora of Trojans. Takes him down.
And here we go. Just like that, 3rd and long.
It's a 3rd and long scenario. Number 19 for the Trojans comes in to sub, and that is Zane Contreras. Contreras comes in for number 0, Malachi Holly. Hot Springs excited right now. 3rd and 11, hoping to make something big out of this 3rd down, get a big stop here, and get back in possession of that football. Play action here, and he airs it out long and just missed his target. So it's going to be 4th down and long in their own territory, so the Airedales will bring out the kicking crew. You know, Weston, you made a really great point earlier. You said that they've got a punter with a good leg on him, and it might be worth Hot Springs' time to put somebody back there, which they're going to do this time. Number 14, the hands himself, Jamarcus Mourning, will go back to receive this punt alongside Malachi Holly. And the punt is almost blocked. Jamarcus Mourning. Jamarcus Mourning, just a smart football player. That ball bounced, and when it hit his chest, he dropped to the ground. So he said, we're going to make this one nice and safe. 11:14 to go. Hot Springs down by 2. And it's not a basketball score, folks. It's 28-26. On this late Friday night. Hot Springs excited to hopefully keep pushing this one down the field. You got to wonder, are they going to come out and run the same handoffs that they've been doing so far? They've just been
working?
Not? And they will. Oh, one tackle broken. And it looks like they will probably get no gain out of this one. So 2nd and 10 for the Trojans. And we have another Airedale down. So a lot of cramps going around the Alma camp.
Need that pickle juice.
Need some pickle juice. Need some bananas.
I'm not fond of either.
Well, at risk. I've told you this before, Weston.
Oh no, I don't even want to hear your take on either one of them.
The pickle juice and the chips. You
That's
dip
disgusting.
the chip in the pickle juice. Welcome to Arkansas. We can make.
I just found out the other day that queso originated in Hot Springs, or like in Arkansas.
Okay, I've heard that a lot from a lot of different places, and not to take any credit away from my fellow Arkansans, but are we sure? Because I've heard that nearly any state I've visited. But you know what? If we're going to claim it, we're going to own it, and it's the best queso there is. So that's that.
Okay, no, now you've lost me.
No, you Texans know what you're doing. You sure know what you're doing, and you've helped us out with our barbecue game too. I'll tell you that. We
And the
appreciate
problem is here, y'all call it cheese dip, not even queso.
I know. Well, that's
And that's just a crime. That's got to be jail time.
well. Here, there's a difference. Cheese dip is that Velveeta junk you put with some Rotel.
Yes,
and
exactly. Yes.
Yeah, that's plastic dip is what that is. All right, it is 2nd and long for the Trojans. Handoff to Blevins. Good for about 3. Little sweep to the left there. But yeah, Rotel and the Velveeta on the shelf, that's cheese dip. The stuff you order from your favorite Mexican restaurant,
Gotta be queso.
That's queso, bro. And there's different kinds of queso. There's yellow queso. There's white queso.
See, and that's what is so different from Texas and Arkansas. Arkansas, everywhere that I've been to, has been like the white cheese queso. Everywhere back home, Texas, it's always yellow queso, which I am more fond of.
I am also.
But the white queso has grown on me as I've eaten it more being here in Arkansas.
Elia back to pass, looking for an opportunity. Tried a little screen there. Didn't really work out. It's probably going to be a loss of about 2 or 3, so it's going to bring up 4th and long for the Trojans. Probably going to bring out the punting unit for this one. And they will. Elio's going to drop back for the punt. Elia not only a dual threat as quarterback, but as a punter. And he's going to send this one up and over.
Ooh, nice catch, Coach.
Not Coach Sanders with the catch. Everybody's cheering on Coach Sanders. Everybody loves Coach Sanders. Great guy. 9:38 to play in this 4th quarter. It's 28-26. Hot Springs really eking for a win tonight. Is eking a word? I don't know if it is. I apologize.
It is now.
It's getting late.
If you say it with conviction, it can be, anything can be a word.
I say a lot of things with conviction, and I worry that people just believe me because I say it with conviction. Anyway, back to it. Hot Springs here defending against the midfield ball with Taylor and the Airedales in company. Taking over in the shotgun formation. He's ready for the snap. And halfback goes in motion. He's going to scroll to the right, look for it. And then there's an open receiver who gains about 20 on the play, 25. And when he goes down, he doesn't land quite right. So this one might have hurt him a little bit. So we're going to have another injury timeout here by the referees as number 2, Ashton Shack, is down. And we hope that it's nothing serious here. We got 9:32 left to play. Hot Springs down by 2. Alma on top, 28-26. We want to thank you for listening to ESPN Arkansas 96.3. What's up with these injuries?
I don't know.
So Washita River forms into Lake Washita. After that is Lake Hamilton, and then Lake Catherine. DeGray gets fed from another creek. But all three the same channel. 9:32 left to play in this one. It is 28-26, and fortunately, number 2, Ashton Shack, able to get off the field by his own feet. Snap here as a direct snap to number 14 as he bounces it out to the left and gains about 4 for the Airedales. Hot Springs looking for a stop here, but kind of worrying as they creep a little closer to the end zone. What's going to happen? A lot of looking around, waiting for a play call here. Hot Springs getting set, and so are the Airedales. Little communication issue. Airedales in 2 wideouts to the right. Shotgun formation, sends number 3 in motion behind the left tackle. Handoff up the middle. Oh, no, he keeps it. And it's going to be stopped near the line of scrimmage.
Nice job swarming to the ball.
For probably a loss of about a half a yard. No, they're going to mark it nearly the same. So it's going to be third and the same. Third and about 6. Big third down here, Weston. Clock is running. And we have an injured Trojan making his way off the field. 2 injured Trojans, actually. And I just think the later this night goes, maybe the more mistakes unfortunately happen and result in some unwanted injuries.
Ooh. That's number 7, Ray Jones.
Yeah, Ray Jones, slow to get up, but is going to get himself up off the field. Oh, he's going to wait a second as Shelby Thompson makes her way to him. But just supported by his teammates there. Looks like Ray may have just stretched out that left thigh a little too much. Hopefully nothing torn. All right, we're back to the action. Ray Jones off and Calvin Floyd in. The Airedales get set. Shotgun formation, halfbacks on either side of the quarterback. Tried to draw him off sides, didn't work. 3rd and 6. Airedale's still trying to draw him off sides. Looking for a pass here. It's a screen, and he's tackled immediately by number 32, Zeke Contreras. Zeke was looking for the screen there, Weston.
That's what it's supposed to look like.
4th and 5 to go for the Airedales. This is a really big deal for the Trojans. Airedales are going to sub in a few players. Number 7 comes in for 1. 35 comes in for the Trojans. That's LeBron Jordan. All right, here we go. Snap ball, looks to the left, and he crashes forward.
He's short.
But he's short. And that's going to be a turnover, folks. So Hot Springs defense stands up to the Airedales here. Hot Springs is going to get the ball around the 21-yard line to start their next drive. 28-26, about 7:23 left to go in this game. You got to be excited to see what happens here. Elliott and company come out with Blevins in tow in the backfield. Offensive line led by Curtis Gilvin. Hot Springs has 3 wideouts, trips to the left on the wide hash. So you got to think Elliott might be thinking about airing this one out, and he does throw over his shoulder. Gets a complete pass to Jamarcus Mourning, his favorite target this evening.
And I could see that being his favorite target the rest of the season.
You would think so, with just the reliability that you have on Jamarcus. Doing a great job just making sure that he maintains possession of the football, smart football plays. Doing a great job. Trojans now back in the shotgun with Blevins to the right of Elia. Elliott gets the snap, rolls to his right, looks for a receiver, trying not to get sacked, and he's just going to go down. Loss of about 6 on the play, so it's going to bring up 2nd and long for the Trojans. Elliott thought about throwing it away, like Weston said, and decided to tuck it and fall. Better than just getting a straight-up shot while you're standing up, though. Elliott with trips right. Classic shotgun formation for the Trojans. Elliott looking for a pass, and he's got it to number 11, Damon Hicks. Good for almost 10.
Oh, that's a horrible spot there.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. So it is going to be 3rd down and about 8 for the Trojans. So another 3rd down scenario, not one you want to be in right now. Calvin Floyd comes into the game. Excuse me, TJ Ellis. Elliott now setting back in the shotgun. The ball is snapped. Elliott rolls to his right, looks for someone, has a screen to Ellis. Ellis got the 1st down and more. He's still moving up. He's still going, being pushed by number 56 with the help of the offensive lineman, Monaco Contreras. Or was that 57? No. Yeah, that was 57. Fantastic job by Jackson Island there to be aware of where where TJ was. TJ Ellis handed off the ball again and wrapped up immediately this time. Airedales think it's a fumble, but the play was blown dead well before he dropped the ball. So it's going to be 2nd and about 11 for the Trojans just across the timeline at midfield. 5:36 to play. Hot Springs down by 2. Elliott rolls to his left, looks for the pass, and just could not connect with Mourning.
And Mourning had him beat on the outside release. It was a comeback route, but man, I wish it was a go route. Just let him keep running.
You kind of wonder, can Jamarcus or Damon get past their defender and really let Sean unleash that pass? It is 3rd and long near midfield. You can feel the pressure. Antoine Berry. Oh no, it's TJ Ellis across the middle, and he's got one man to beat. Oh, and he's taken down near the 13-yard line. Hot Springs, 1st down. Fantastic play action pass there. A little fake to Antoine Berry, and then Elliott just finds Ellis on a slant route across the middle. Just awesome play. This time, Elliott has the ball. Fake handoff. Elliott gonna score a touchdown on his own. Great job by Sean Elliott to sell that handoff and then carry the ball in itself, Weston.
Fantastic job. That was a read option there, and he pulled it. Perfect read. Worked around the blocks of the receivers.
Hot Springs on top, 32-28. 5:12 left to play in this ball game. Can't be complacent with that score, though, Weston.
No, not at all.
And the Trojans, who have stuck out the late evening, a lot of them on their feet right now, just excited to see how this one could continue to develop. So the offense is going to stay on the field, and Elliott and co will try to gain 2 more points out of this. Antoine Berry's in the backfield. We got a tight set. Berry's going to switch to the left side of Elliott. Elliott communicating to his line before setting back. He's going to hand this one. Nope, he doesn't hand it to Berry. He's going to pass instead. Oh, and unable to connect with his target, Ellis, on the slant. Same play that got them all that yardage earlier. Just couldn't quite work out that time. So after that drive, a huge march downfield. It's 5:12 left to play. Hot Springs 32 and Alma 28. Really looking forward to seeing how this one continues to develop, Weston. You just got to be happy with Sean's performance tonight.
Absolutely.
And Jamarcus really being a standout player.
And how about TJ Ellis on that last drive?
Oh my
coming
gosh.
in, being a little spark plug.
Great to see TJ Ellis. And that's the great thing about the Trojans. It's not one player. It's multiple guys out there with a lot of talent getting the opportunity to put the hands on the football. And again, our stand-in kicker tonight, or right now, is Austin Graham, actually sophomore, number 58. Graham getting set to kick. And he's getting ready to boot this one off. Sends it. And it makes its way out of bounds around the 10-yard line. So we will we re-tee? Nope. Oh, yeah, we will. So they'll probably move this one back 5 yards, and we'll tee it up again. Can you imagine if in golf, when you re-teed, they make
you had to move back?
You had to move back to the next tee box? And if you're at the tips, you got to do it one-handed?
No.
.58, Austin Graham back again for the kick. He's going to send this one. Great kick by that young man back to the 10-yard line. Hot Springs going to try to stop this one. Boom. Stopped around the 26. Great job by the Trojan kicking team there. Taking care of business. 5:06 left to play on this long evening. It's crazy to think, Weston, we've been in this booth for about 4.5 hours. Or 3.5 hours. Still, quite a while.
I was hoping to get out of here before Panda Express closed.
I'm sorry, man. I've got bad news for you.
They're closed.
Yeah.
6 minutes ago.
You looked it up, didn't you? You hurt yourself.
Well, I just knew. I'm a big Panda guy.
Big Panda guy.
10. We don't got that back in Arkadelphia. The Dirty Delph, as I call it.
Dirty Delph. That's going to be a new one because I got a few names for it. All right, handoff to number 14. Bounces to the outside in the wide hash. He's got a seam, but he steps out of bounds after about 10 yards.
It's shaped up to be a great game. You called it after the first score in the first quarter. You said this was going to be a shootout, and it sure has.
It really has, Weston. 32-28. It's just score after score after score. But you got to hand it also to the Trojan defense. Done a great job of maintaining this offense in this second half.
Absolutely.
So if it's not Panda, what's the next choice?
Ooh.
I mean, there's still a couple of options open on Central. 2nd and 1.
There's not really any around here. Whataburger's a big one for me.
Okay.
There's one in Little Rock.
Huge pass. And incomplete, just a little off target there for Michael Taylor. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1. Interesting situation here.
You'd have to think they're going to try to just run something up the middle, keep the drive going.
For sure. So Whataburger's never been one of my favorites.
Being from Texas, I mean, Whataburger's just a staple.
It has to be better there because, no, I don't want to risk it. I'm not going to say it. 3rd and 1, shotgun formation, tight. Little movement, but he wasn't offsides. Hot Springs anticipating. There's the snap, and he's going to run it up the outside, actually. And Hot Springs able to get the tackle. They're going to throw this flag.
That's a late flag.
Way after the fact. And it's going to be a horse collar. I mean, as many other horse collars as I've seen this evening, it's pretty absurd to call it that one.
Especially that late.
Yeah, he waited until everybody was up and out of the way, and he goes, oh, yeah, I've got this flag. So the Airedales will get some free yardage out of this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be 15 yards. Good grief. That hurts. And that could be a difference maker here in these final moments of this game. We've got about 4:48 to play. Hot Springs on top, 32-28. First down for the Airedales. Sending number 3 in motion, coming behind the right tackle. Airedales look to hand it off to the right, which they do. Hot Springs trying to catch number 14. Can't quite catch him before they force him out of bounds at the 29-yard line. Weston, I almost want them, if I'm coach, let them go ahead and walk in.
So that our offense gets back on the field.
And get the offense back on the field. And then you're in control of the clock and your 3 timeouts. Well, I mean, coaches really haven't had to take a timeout because of all the injury timeouts.
Another direct snap here.
And so they do take another direct snap here to number 7, who bounces it out to the right side. Looked like a little bit of a hold there. Nobody's going to call it, though. And he's forced out of bounds within the red zone, about the 14-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Airedales. You got to hope for an interception here or something.
Or a fumble. Trying to punch the ball out.
Yeah, anything here to disrupt this momentum that the Airedales currently hold. Sending one in motion. And number 7 is going to look for a blocker and try to get this one out.
Great tackle there.
Tackle for...
Look like number 4, Braylon Young.
Yeah, Braylon Young again. Hats up on that one. So it's going to be 2nd and about 7 for the Airedales. Number 7, Landon Morris, has been getting a lot of the direct snaps on this one. They're in the T formation this time. 3 backs, and then they move it. More of a, would you call that a wing? Oh. And Hot Springs is fooled. And they are drawn off sides. So at this point, yeah, you got 3:50 to go in this game. If I'm Hot Springs, I'm nonchalantly letting them score so I can get back on the field.
And no Tolentino tonight is going to be huge, because I think if, you know, it's not written in yet, but if they are to score right here, I think I'm not a math guy, I think if we would be within a field goal of winning it, or at least tying it.
Yeah.
So no Tolentino really hurts.
Handoff again to the left side. Number 5 is going to score a touchdown. That is Jacob Dollard for the Airedales. And just tough to see, as Hot Springs has really worked to try to get ahead of this one. It's 34-32, 3:38 to play in this game. And you would imagine this point after attempt will be good, so it's probably going to be looking at 35-32 here. Airedales are going to set up for this kick. Point after attempt.
Sean has a chance to go lead a game-winning drive.
Almost blocked.
And it barely squeaks through the uprights.
It barely squeaked through the uprights. You're right. Yeah, almost blocked there. So with 3:38 to play in this ball game, will take us probably 3:38 to play, 35-32 right now. And I think that before this kickoff, we'll get us one more break. So we want to thank you for listening to ESPN Arkansas 96.3.
No problem. Let that ball go out of bounds, and we get it at the 40.
.337 left to go in this ball game. Hot Springs down by 3 to the Alma Airedales, 35-32. Hot Springs now with a fresh set of downs on their own 21-yard line. Looking to take this one to the house. Sean Elia, lot rides on his shoulders here, Weston. He's got trips right.
How cool would it be to lead a game-winning drive?
It would be stunning. Hot Springs. Elia rolls out to the right, sends a long pass to number 17, Justin Washington, who comes down with it near the 49-yard line in enemy territory. So a massive bomb from Sean here. And now you got to kind of wonder. That was a huge chunky yardage. The clock's rolling. And Hot Springs, Sean is waiting for the play call to transmit to his teammates. He's got trips left on the from the far hash, and so he's got the wide side. Rolls to the left, looks for his receiver, and he came down with it. Fantastic catch by number 14, Jamarcus Mourning. So that's going to be 2nd and 2 for the Trojans, lined up on our close hash with trips left again. Handoff to Blevins, breaks one tackle, and that's going to be a fresh set of downs for Hot Springs. First down. Hot Springs rolling right along. You got to think about containing the ball, though, maintaining possession here. 2:45 rolling on the clock. Haven't used a timeout yet. Got a lot of them. Elliott back, rolling left. Sends a long ball out and misses his target, TJ Ellis. Threw that one into a little bit more coverage and a little less safe of a choice. But Elliott and company will come back to the line. 2nd and 10. 2:35 to go. Clock is stopped on that incomplete pass. Ball's at about the Alma 37. Elliott transmitting the play to his line and getting set in the backfield with Blevins beside him. Trips left again. Elliott fakes a handoff, sends it up the middle, and it is almost intercepted. Whew. That one was
got away with
close.
One right there.
Yeah, we got away with murder there because that one was scary. It is 3rd and 10, but it doesn't matter anymore because this is 4-down situations. On the close hash with a tight trips, Elliott in the backfield. Takes the snap, rolls to his right, catches a block, and he's just going to keep it and then make his way and take him a hit while he's going. So it's going to be about 4th and 1 for the Trojans. Elliott with a heads-up move there. Great decision-making just to keep the ball and move the ball upfield. All right, it is 4th and 1
right here.
This is it, Weston. This is it. What's going to happen? The ball snapped, handed off, and he doesn't get it. And you hate to see that as there's 2 minutes left. Hot Springs has 3 timeouts. So if you can get a 3 and out here, you have a shot. But that may have been the nail in the coffin, the final one. 2:04 to play. And Blevins just could not push that ahead. Just didn't have the block. You got to think that Alma will just come out and run the ball.
And Alma just sold out for the run there, and I guess, right?
Oh, yeah. Alma putting a real tight formation around the ball. And they're going to just run this one up the middle, like we said. And then Hot Springs will probably take a timeout here.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
Nothing yet, though. Nothing yet, but coach is standing right there. It is. So Burnett just got the timeout with 1:49 to play. But we're going to keep it with us as this thing comes down to the very second. 1:49 to play. It's just been a long, grueling game. A lot of start and stops, a lot of injuries. Mostly on the Alma side, but a couple on the Hot Springs side as well. What's going on in the huddle right now? What's the conversation, Weston?
Well, you're selling out for a stop here. You just called your first time out, so you're selling out for a stop right here. So it's all or nothing here.
Has to be, because in a situation like this, I think if you get a fresh set of downs, you can probably wrap it up. Hot Springs making their way back to the field, as does Alma. 2nd and about 6 to go. Maybe 7. Airedales in a shotgun formation. Halfbacks on either side of the quarterback. Michael Taylor back, pulling receiver in motion. And waiting for that snap. Hands off to the right. And Hot Springs stops them after a gain of about 3. So it's 3rd down now. 3rd and 3 for the Airedales.
So now you're probably going to see a pass here. I mean, anything is fair game on 3rd down. It's not just run to try to stop the clock. Because, I mean, if you're the Airedales, you got to get a 1st down to continue the drive. Like we said earlier, if we were betting, man, we'd probably think they're going to go to a screen of some sort. It's been their bread and butter all night.
And
if you're the D-line, I think you tell them here that, you know, pressure, crash in case of run, but have your eyes up. And if you see, you know, linemen bailing, you know, you find the backs and find the ball.
That's right. And you would think that's the conversation happening in the huddle at this moment. As Coach Burnett draws it up for his team. 1:44 to play. Hot Springs down by 3 to the Alma Airedales, 35-32. Trojan defense makes their way back onto the field. 3rd and 3, so you're praying for a huge stop here. Hot Springs only has 1 timeout left.
You need to stop here.
This
is for the game. 1st down wins it for Alma.
Receiver in motion. Direct snap does get him the 1st down.
And that's going to do it.
That'll probably just about do it. Hot Springs will not have, they'll go ahead and burn their last timeout. 1:36 to play in this one, 35-32. And Hot Springs does not have enough resources to get this one going in the right direction. Yep, in these last 96 seconds, unless Alma does something crazy, you're playing for pride. You got to say it though, resilient performance by Hot Springs. Done a great job of sticking with it, especially when they went down by a couple scores early in the game. Crawled back to be within 8 in the second half. And just a kind of a strange Friday the 13th. A late start, very late ending.
It's been a weird one.
A weird one for sure.
Not near as bad as last week, but we just shot ourselves in the foot too many times. Too many silly mistakes. Too many holding calls on big chunk plays that brought the ball back. Just things like that, you know, there were too many kickoffs that went out of bounds that gave them, you know, great field position. Just things like that. And Alma's just going to go ahead and take a knee.
Yeah, Alma is in that victory formation. And they will probably snap this ball 1 or 2 more times. And they're just going to watch that clock wind down. See if we can look up a few other scores from around the area. Hopefully we can see a few. Second down, another victory formation. So 50 seconds rolling in this game. One more time will probably do it. And that just about will. 25 seconds going. And that'll end it for Alma as they win the game. So after this one, Hot Springs falls to Alma. Unfortunate end to a really tough game. Any final thoughts, Weston?
I think that's a game that, we definitely should have won. I think, we play these guys 10 times. That's a game that we win 8, 9 times out of 10. Tonight, they just weren't on our side. We shot ourselves in the foot, like I said earlier. Just things that can't happen were happening. And I can't even say it was undisciplined because it was things that, were just silly mistakes.
Right.
But
and we got conference play coming up very soon. I believe as early as next week. So next week we might have a bye actually.
We do have a bye this week.
Yeah, so we'll have a bye next week, and then you'll be back with us the week after. If you stuck with us this far or stuck with us at all, we want to thank you for listening. Really appreciate everybody. Thanks to the guys in the booth. Thanks to Karen. Thanks to everybody. From all of us at ESPN Arkansas, we hope you guys have a great night, and thank you for listening to ESPN Arkansas 96.3. Thanks, guys.